Well, hello everyone. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to my video on tonight. We're going to be preparing for you my crab salad. That's right. I've been fixing this crab salad for years, honey. And I tell you, it is good, it's healthy, and I think, guys, you're going to enjoy what you see on tonight. And you may run out and start fixing you a little bit of crab salad. So let's get to it. Okay, family, let's get started with our ingredients. As you know, I am using my favorite knife. You're going to see this knife in all of my videos. Look at the other videos so you can hear the story about this knife. We're going to also use imitation crab meat. We're going to use cheese, okay? And we're going to use cut up lettuce. And then we're going to use a whole lettuce, okay, with the ingredients that I'm going to use today, okay? Then we're going to use 2 whole ripe tomatoes. We're also going to use 2 cucumbers for this crab salad. We're going to use the real bacon bits, not imitation bacon bits, okay? And also we're going to use the real mayonnaise, okay? So make sure you get you a jar of that because we're going to use the whole jar, okay? Then we're going to use the lemon pepper seasoning. We're going to use some black pepper, which is good to spice it up. We're going to use the sea salt. And we're going to use 6 boiled eggs, okay? So this recipe is very easy and quick to fix, honey, and it is filling. So let's go ahead and get started so you guys can see how I make my crab salad. So guys, stay tuned and get ready for a good seafood dish, honey, because this crab salad is off the chain. Okay, family, I pray that you guys are ready to make this salad. Making this salad is very simple, guys. I've been making this salad for years, okay? And when I say years, I'm talking about years. And I like the fact that it is a healthy salad because you have the eggs, you have the tomato, the cucumbers, the cheese, you have the bacon bit, you have the real mayonnaise, you have all of these ingredients together, and you don't have to use a lot of salt when you use the real bacon bits, okay? You try to, I think the salad is filling, and you're going to see how I make this salad. And so what I did was I'm using the extra lettuce that I had in the refrigerator before it went bad, okay? I do not believe in throwing away anything, guys. I believe in cooking, eating my food. I don't like throwing away food, okay? And so, as you can see, I'm taking my time cutting it up, and now I'm going to my sink, and I'm going to rinse off the lettuce, okay? Always, guys, I don't care what you do, always rinse off your vegetables. Any type of fruit or vegetables that you use, make sure you rinse it off because you don't know what they're growing these vegetables with or what they have sprayed on the vegetables, okay? So take your time and do that. Now, the next thing, guys, I want to do is I'm going to cut up these tomatoes, okay? You can use the small tomatoes or you can use the large or medium tomatoes. It doesn't matter, as long as you put the tomatoes in your salad, okay? And what is salad without tomatoes? Tomatoes taste real good, right? It makes your salad taste good. Again, as you can see, I am back at the sink. You guys going to see me constantly go to that sink over and over and over because that's what I do, guys. I like to wash off my vegetables before eating them, okay? And as you can see, guys, this salad, you don't have to do no cooking. You don't have to do anything except cut up the vegetables, mix it all together, and you have a beautiful tasting, salad, honey. It'll make you slap your own self silly, okay? And so I've been making this salad for my family for years, guys. And I tell you, this salad, it tastes real good. Of course, we're going to have that crab meat, the imitation crab meat. Now, I've never tried the real crab meat in this salad. I've always used the imitation crab meat, and it tastes really good. One day I may try to use real crab meat and see how that tastes, but I've never, used the crab meat, the real crab meat, that is, okay? As you know, I think in one of the videos before this one, I had fixed the crab rice, and I used real crab meat. But with this salad, I'm using that imitation crab meat, okay? And so, as you can see, here I am. I am cutting everything together. And what I'm doing, too, is you don't see me with any gloves on. Usually, guys, I do not cook with gloves. But if I'm cooking for somebody that's a guest or whatever, then I may put on some gloves, okay? And a lot of times, guys, you will see me cook without fingernails, okay? I make sure under my fingernails are very clean, okay? I don't cook unless I wash my hand real good and make sure there is nothing under my fingernails. Of course, I can't stand dirt or anything under my fingernails anyway. But, I usually cook without gloves, okay? And so you're going to see me a lot of times in the kitchen cooking without gloves. And sometimes I'm going to cook with gloves, okay? So y'all just stay tuned. But anyway, do y'all see how my beautiful knife, honey, the knife that I love, had for years? It cuts real well, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It cuts real well. I love the way this knife cuts, I tell you. Like I said, guys, y'all gonna always see this knife on every video that I am cooking with, because I love this knife. I really do love this knife. It cuts real well. And you see how easy it is? It just glides right on through those cucumbers, honey. Oh, yeah, I love that. But, yeah, like I was saying, the salad is light. It's not heavy. I mean, you can eat, say you eat it now. Say you had you a bowl of salad now. I would say 30, 40 minutes, you'll want some more. It's almost like the Chinese food. You know how you buy the Chinese food, guys, and then you eat, and then maybe 30, 40 minutes later, you're still hungry? Well, with the salad, it does that, because the salad is light, okay? And it tastes good, but it's very light. And if you fix it right, honey, you will enjoy this salad. You'll be wanting to make the salad all the time. So what I'm doing is I'm cutting it in 4 slices, and I'm going to cut them in little blocks, okay? So, like I said, you just use 2 cucumbers. Now, if you decide that you want to use more cucumbers than what I'm using here, then by all means, go ahead and do that. You have to do what, fits you, what you want, what your stomach is craving for. Your taste buds is craving for. Go ahead and do that, okay? So, yeah, as you can see, I am definitely smelling the scent from the cucumbers. Now, I noticed, guys, I don't know whether y'all notice this or not, but some vegetables does not have a scent to it. And I don't understand that. Growing up as a little girl, we used to be in the field picking peas and shucking corn and you know what I'm saying, picking watermelon. And I remember those days being out there with my mom, out there in the field doing those things. A truck come, you get on the back of the truck, they take you to the field, you be out there, with your sack, and you picking peas and and in the field, just, I had an opportunity to experience that with my mom, and so, but even the watermelon, guys, doesn't smell the same. It doesn't. Okay, here's my my imitation crab here, guys. It's, I'm going to try to break it up a little bit so that we can get it broken up. I'm not going to cut it up in small pieces. I'm going to rinse off the crab meat as well, and then I'm going to mix it, that way. But I was thinking, the watermelon doesn't smell the same, and I've always said, guys, if your fruits or vegetables do not have a seed, I say it's fake. I mean, now, allegedly, I'm going to say that I really believe that it's fake, because everything God created started with a seed. Do y'all know that? Everything that the Most High God started with he created it from a seed. Okay, so I'm going to use this different type cheese, and I'm going to put the cheese under the video, okay, once I finish. But y'all ever thought about that, though? You see fruits and vegetables. Now, who ever heard of seedless grapes, seedless watermelon? That's impossible, right? Everything God made started from a seed, okay? So we have to know what we are eating. We have to know the difference about what we are eating, because everything God made started with a seed, guys. That's a true story, And so when I heard about the seedless grapes and the seedless watermelon and different things like that, I'm like, really? That can't be real, And then today, guys, I don't know what they're growing our vegetables and fruit with, but it does not smell the same. I can still smell fruits and vegetables from when I was a little girl. And baby, I'm up in age, honey. Trust and believe. Trust and believe. I'm no young chicken no more. You know what I'm saying? But I can still smell the watermelon. We used to go in the field. Our cousin named Billy Scott, okay, Pastor Billy Scott, he was a pastor, had a church in Rincon, Georgia. And we used to go in their field at Martha Scott. We used to go in their field, and they had watermelon field, right? We used to bust the watermelon, sit there and eat it right there in the field. I remember that. And then, honey, I remember the outhouses. I don't know whether y'all remember outhouses. Y'all might be too young to remember that, My mama used to stick our head under this pump water. She used to pour the water in the pump, and she used to be, working it until it catch. And then the cold water come out of the ground, and she would wash our hair under that pump. Cold water, honey. We used to have to tote our water in the house to take a bath. Y'all had outhouses, okay? I know y'all don't know nothing about that, right? The outhouses and stuff. Oh, yeah, we had all that, honey. Oh, yes, indeed, honey. We used to take baths, had to tote our water to take baths and stuff, guys. I tell you, a lot of people don't know the meaning of a struggle. Okay? They don't understand that. They don't appreciate $1 to make it holler. Amen? And my mom taught me, she said, Micey, never want for what other people have, because you don't know what they had to go through to get it. That's a true story. You never desire what other people have, because you don't know what they had to go through to get it, or what they have to go through to keep it. Amen? And one thing I learned in life, I don't run behind people because of their fame, or they got money, or they got it going on. I'm not turned on by that. God showed me, you see, what profits a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul. So I'm never a person who run behind people because they got it. They got money, or they got more than me, or they think they're better than me, or I love people where they're at. And I love people for real. Come on, somebody. You'll never catch me shaking and faking with folk and pretending I love you when I know deep down inside I can't stand you. And you got a lot of people like that. They'll get down with you, pretend they like you and love you, but yet they can't stand you. And some people don't understand. They don't even know why they hate you or why they dislike you. You see, jealousy is sin. Jealousy is an ugly beast. People will become jealous of you because whom God have created you to be. That's right. But I learned to celebrate people. I learned to celebrate you. I don't care who you are. I'm going to celebrate what God showed me he created you to be. Amen. But I don't get down with people because I came from nothing. Come on, somebody. Even when I had my babies as a single mom, I had to struggle to put food on the table. Come on, somebody. There was days I had to tote water to flush our toilet, to give my babies a bath, to cook rice. I had to tote water from the neighbor's house to cook food. I even took a dirty mattress off of the garbage can so that me and my babies had something to sleep on the floor in an apartment that didn't have no lights or no running water. Y'all don't know what struggle is, honey. But I'm just saying, but we're going to save some more talk time for another time. But here I am. You're going to see me. I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to mix this. Okay, my hands is clean. Y'all saw me go to that sink 50 times, right? So my hands is clean. So I'm going to mix it all together. And as you can see, guys, as I'm mixing it all together, it's time to show you guys the salad. And what I want to do too is I'm going to be putting the bacon bit in the salad too, okay? I'm going to add a little bit of bacon bit. I'm going to add some salt, and I'm going to add some pepper, okay? So here is the real bacon pieces that I'm going to put into the salad bowl. And this here is going to top it off, okay? You can use the imitation bacon bits, but they're more salty than the real bacon bits, okay? So here you see I'm putting a lot in there, and I'm going to save some so that I can put on top of the finished product so you can see how it looks in the plate, okay? And so here I am. As you can see, I'm turning it all over. Now, like I say, if I'm cooking for guests or for people, I will put some gloves on, okay? Okay? Just want you to know that. But still, I cook with clean hands. I don't like to cook my food if my hands is not clean, and I will always wash my hands. I don't care what I do, I'm washing my hands always. So when you put your hands in it, honey, it's like you're taking your time and putting your heart and soul into what you're doing. Come on, somebody. It's nothing like having a dish where people will appreciate your food, okay? And so what I need to do is put a little pepper and salt. And guys, some mayonnaise. Now we're going to put this mayonnaise. We're going to put the whole jar. Now this was a half a jar of mayonnaise. It wasn't a full jar of mayonnaise. So I'm just going to use all of this in there, okay? I do not measure my food. As you can see, I'm going to have to learn how to measure while I'm cooking so you guys can catch on. Now, the Bible says the older women shall teach the younger women what? How to cook, clean, and do everything, okay? And that's what I'm doing here for somebody that want to learn how to cook, okay? And so here I am. I'm using because I don't have my gloves on, I'm using the spoon with this mayonnaise, okay? Because I know it would have been sticking to my hand if I would use my hand with the mayonnaise, okay? So I'm just using the spoon, okay? And we're going to put a little salt. We're going to put a little pepper. Okay, so we got to put the cheese in and everything too, okay? So we want to make sure we put that in there and we just go. We just go with it. And you just want to stir it up real good, get it looking good. And it smells pretty good. It doesn't smell loud because it's just vegetables and imitation crab and a little bacon bits, That's the only thing that I see in the dish a little unhealthy because a lot of people don't eat pork. They don't eat, bacon. I didn't use turkey bacon, okay? So, but yeah, so anywho, we definitely want to finish this up. Because, guys, I want you to see what it looks like on the plate, okay? And so I do not measure. I know what goes in my salad, and I just work it, And like I said, it's going to taste really good. So, guys, when y'all get a chance, go out, get the ingredients, and make your salad, honey. So we're going to add some black pepper to the salad now, and then we're going to be adding some salt. So this just gives it a little kick, the black pepper does. I could have put some seafood seasoning in it, but that would have been too salty. Like I said, I don't eat a lot of salt, so guys, you have to fix your dish to your taste, okay? I'm just showing you what I make and what is light and quick for you to fix for you and your family, okay? This will go a long way. You can eat off of this maybe 2 days, no more than 2 days, okay? And it doesn't take that long after you boil your eggs and cut up everything and put it all together. That's all you do. And like I said, you add as much salt as you want. I'm using the sea salt, okay? And you just add what you want in there, and just make it happen, honey. Make it happen. That's what we do. We makes it happen, okay? So let's go ahead on and begin to look and see what everything look like. Okay, family, that's it. I hope you enjoy what you saw. Go ahead and go out there and start fixing you some of that crab salad, honey, because it is the bomb, honey. I love it. Ooh, it is light, it's healthy, and it's good for you. The only thing that was maybe unhealthy was the bacon bits, but hey, you can get around that, right? So go ahead and try it. Subscribe, like, and share. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Dear friends, I hope this message has been a blessing to you and your family. Your feedback is important to us, so please don't hesitate to reach out. If you're new to our podcast, we welcome you warmly and invite you to join us for future episodes of Coffee Time Talk. Tune in next week for another thought-provoking discussion.